Hello, y'all. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about the case that is going to be crazy and all over the place. I'm just going to do this as like an intro because I do plan to follow this case. We're going to talk about the Tennessee slaughter of an entire family and why that man was even walking around and able to do those crimes to begin with. So let's get into it. This is Austin Drummond. He is now being held with no bail in TDOC as he should be, and probably should have been before this was possible. He's being held on 4 counts of first degree murder. We're just going to go through his record a little bit because, anyway, he was convicted in 2014 of aggravated robbery. He held up a gas station convenience store and got $44. In 2015, he pled guilty for retaliation for threats to victims and jurors that he was making on a recorded phone call to his dad. Now, Austin served 11-ish years. He was released in September of 2024 with no community supervision. He did have a parole hearing in 2020 where they said that he was an extremely dangerous offender. Yeah. So it seems like there's a blaring issue here. Regardless of him, the justice system is fucked. So I want to play a portion of that parole hearing that he had in 2020 when he was denied parole.
Hearing 4, Austin Drummond.
The audio recorded July 23, 2020, when Austin Drummond went before the Tennessee Board of Parole. He'd been serving a 13-year sentence at a state prison in Lake County.
Looks like you've got a couple of pending right now for drugs and a cell phone.
Drummond's disciplinary infractions from the previous year were discussed.
No, this hasn't been handled yet.
On top of that, he'd been in solitary confinement a total of 90 days for possession of a deadly weapon, an assault with that weapon, refusing a drug test, a security threat, and refusing to participate.
Looks like you've had about 27 incidents in total. 7 of them Class A, 7 Class Bs. We've had threats, deadly weapons, violation of state law, drugs, and etc. Does that sound right?
Yes, sir. The assault and the deadly weapon, it came after it was self-defense. I was almost beat to death. And that's where that came from.
The parole board records don't delve into Drummond's entire disciplinary record while in prison. In 2023, these photos were reportedly posted to Drummond's Facebook page, showing him with premium liquor, streaming devices, video games, and multiple phones. Drummond also picked up contraband, attempted murder, drug, and weapon charges during the end of his sentence. The parole board records confirm he's a member of the Vice Lords gang, and he only finished the 10th grade. He was tried as an adult after this video shows him at 17 years old in a gas station in Jackson, pointing a pistol at a clerk.
What did you have?
It was a BB gun. Honestly, I was on Xanax that night. I don't even remember doing anything.
Using any other drugs or alcohol around that time?
No, just Xanax, alcohol, and marijuana.
All right, and then you've got 13 counts of retaliation for past action. Tell me about this.
Yes, sir. After my trial, after I was convicted, I was on the phone with my dad, and I made a comment that I would be out soon, and that I had the jury's information.
So you made threats to go after them?
Yes, sir.
The district attorney in Jackson sent this letter opposing an early release, stating in part, he has no desire for rehabilitation and is not capable of living among society. The parole board voted unanimously against an early release.
This hearing is now concluded, 1:19 p.m. Good luck to you, Mr. Drummond.
Thank you.
Investigating for your news leader, Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
That was in 2020. In September of 2024, he was released. When he was released, he moved in with a woman named Caitlin Speed, who was also a corrections officer at Northwestern Correctional Complex while he was an inmate. So when Drummond was released without community supervision, he then moved in with this woman, Caitlin, who was a CO. Caitlin is also one of the victim's sisters. Yeah. So Caitlin is super important in this, and 100% it has to be a part of the motive as to why 4 people wound up slaughtered and a 7-month-old wound up on somebody's front lawn because of this man. We haven't gotten there yet. That's why I wanted to do this video so that people could follow along, because I am legitimately obsessed. I'm obsessed with how you could kill 4 people and leave an infant without a family, and then drive 40 minutes to make sure that infant is safe. I don't know why. I hope that they give us some type of answers with the trial. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit and give like a brief idea of everything else, because I'm definitely going to be talking about it. So now, fast forward to July 29th, 2025, when a 7-month-old infant was found in a car seat in a stranger's front yard in Tigret, Tennessee. A couple of hours later, the sheriff announced that 4 people were found dead in Tiptonville, which is about 45 minutes away from where the baby was found. Surveillance footage showed this man dropping that infant off in that location. That sparked a week-long, almost anyway, manhunt for this man. This infant started it all. She was found 7 months old in a car seat in somebody's front yard. Austin Drummond even having enough sense to beep the horn so that the people inside or around knew that there was a baby there. Yet he slaughtered this baby's family. The baby's mother, Adriana Williams, who was 20 years old. The baby's father, James Wilson, who was 21 years old. The baby's mother's 15-year-old brother, Braden Williams. And Courtney Rose, who is 38, and she is the baby's grandmother, and also Austin Drummond's CEO's girlfriend's sister. This baby now doesn't have a mother, a father, an uncle, or a grandmother. For a man who should have not been out of prison at all, that is a failure in our justice system. Authorities searched for almost a week. Multiple agencies were involved in this search for almost a week. This man was found on August 5th in a pool house in Jackson, Tennessee. He was found with weapons, but was not himself armed, which is just crazy to me. Now, let's talk a little bit about on 6/18/2025, this man was caught trying to smuggle contraband into the Tennessee Department of Corrections. He sure was. That contraband included 2 pounds of weed, 4 packages of tobacco, 5 cell phones, and a piercing kit. Just what? A month and 2 weeks prior, which is crazy to me. After he got arrested, he snitched on the person that he was with named Brendan Powell. This is where things get a little interesting. This man has a confirmed STG file. If you don't know what an STG file is, it's security threat group. And what it does, it's a way for law enforcement to identify and classify gang members. It classifies them as their threat to safety of public people, also in prison, regarding inmates and staff. This man, it has known gang affiliations and has an STG file. So 3 others have also been arrested in connection to the murders because they, at whatever point, decided to assist him in this heinous crime. So these 3 are also charged. All of them are charged with accessory to first-degree murder. Tanaka Brown, who was in the middle, is also being charged with evidence tampering. They also have a court appearance on August 14th, 2025. The family for James Matthew Wilson has also started a GoFundMe to assist them with burial costs. If you go to www.gofundme.com and you put his name in, I'll leave it in the description. You could donate to that if you choose. I was curious because in that video that I played with the bond hearing, they did touch on him being in prison and posting to social media and being Clearly, commissary was stacked. That's not rare for people that are associated with gangs, but I think it's stranger that his girlfriend was a CEO. So I went and I dug these photos up because I think that that is pretty alarming. That number one, he's dating the CO, obviously, without people knowing while he was incarcerated. But he also had access to things that normal inmates would not have access to, like a cell phone. So that leads me to believe all cell phones in prison, of course they are. Are you supposed to have them and be posting to social media? Absolutely not. So just my opinion that CO was absolutely helping him in some type of prison contraband ring, if you will. It's pretty normal for people to have things like this. While dating a CO, I would definitely be looking at the situation in that prison. She is no longer employed there, but there's absolutely no denying the connection between her relationship with Austin and all of a sudden her family is slaughtered. I think it's a damn shame that this man, who still has pending drug charges and attempted murder charges, was out on bond when he committed those murders. Did they not have a place that they're supposed to be checking in with either a bondsman or some type of person that would oversee him? Because clearly he was still committing crimes. What's the purpose? I know when I was out on bail, I had to check in all the time, at least once a week. And why would anybody be given a bail for a crime like that? I think that those things should all come into. I know that there are a lot of states that are doing bail reform and such, but if you have a record like this man's record, why would you be out on bail? How could you be out on bail? Because all you're doing is giving them the opportunity to reoffend. And in this case, it is catastrophic. The results of this man being on bail are catastrophic. Austin appeared via video conference call before a judge in Lake County, Tennessee, and is being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, and abandonment, as he should. He pled not guilty and was appointed a court-appointed attorney. He's expected back in court also on August 14th. The DA for the state of Tennessee has declared that they intend to seek the death penalty, and he was denied bond. So I hope y'all stick around. Follow me. It drives me crazy because to me, I'm glad he saved the baby. Don't get my words wrong. But why would you do that? If you're going to shoot 4 people to death, why save the baby? There's some type of connection there. And I don't know what it is. I hope that we get to figure it out because Kohlberger, we didn't get shit. I'll see y'all soon. And thanks for watching.